What's up, everyone? Welcome to Power Play with CJ. Just want to take a minute to talk about this. Tonight was obviously a couple of great Stanley Cup playoff games. LA and Anaheim, and the Bruins getting a great overtime win in Montreal in Game 4 really saved their season for all intents and purposes. But it's also the NFL draft, and you guys might be disappointed me. I was watching pretty much everything equally. I love the NFL. Obviously, the NHL draft's pretty much the purpose of this show. Um, the NHL draft, MLB, or not the MLB draft because there's literally 1,000 picks and maybe 85 players in the average MLB draft make the show. And that's being really generous. Um, but going a step further, I love the NHL, NFL, and NBA drafts because it's just such an inexact science, and that's the human element. You're looking at how many with the NFL draft, these kids are 21, 22. How many of these guys, get whiffed on, end up not being what that you thought they would be. And you look at the NHL draft. I think it feels. I think it was a tweet from a NHL scout this time last year saying it makes us feel better with ourselves whiffing on 18, 19 year olds as opposed to when you see the amount of players that the NFL, they don't amount to too much. And that's why it fascinates me. Why are some number one overall picks, Peyton Manning or Sidney Crosby, LeBron James, like that, versus Jamarcus Russell, Alexander Daigle, Kwame Brown. That's what always just captivated me about the draft process. How much film, how much resources, how much time and effort you invest into these individual players, and you still get it wrong. And likewise, why are some guys that go later in the draft, why is a Pavel Datsyuk passed over twice, and they go in the 7th round of the 98-99 draft? Why is Tom Brady the 199th overall pick in the 2000 NFL draft? That, no matter how much time and effort you put through, guys are going to slip through the cracks. And guys that you think are going to be these superstars turn out to be nothing. Turn out to be absolutely abysmal players. And I mean, is it character? And one thing is you can throw advanced stats at me to blue in the face, but you cannot measure a player's heart. And the beauty of the draft is you bring a kid in with a later pick, you give him a chance, and allow him to prove themselves, and that's obviously a great thing. And likewise, kids that don't get drafted in the NFL, every year you see that happens. Undrafted free agents in the NFL making big impacts. Arian Foster, Houston Texans, undrafted free agent. Torrey Krug, Boston Bruins, undrafted free agent. Especially in Krug's case, how does a kid who went right from USHL to Michigan State at 18, was the team captain as a 19-year-old sophomore? How is he not drafted when you have 3 chances to draft him? I think he was a 91 for 2009, 2010, 2011. And it took the Boston Bruins signing him in 2012 as an undrafted free agent. How does this happen? And again, this is just what captivates me. This is, I obviously put a ton of resources every year. I'll be there in Philly this year for the draft. I got everything booked. And, I really I enjoy it. And I not to take anything away from the playoffs. There's some amazing playoff series going on, but it's even you talk about the playoffs and just how matchups and how a goal can change anything. So much can change in a draft, and you're taking 18-year-old kids. Where are they going to be at 20, 22, 25? That's always what's captivated me and what's going to continue to keep me involved and keep me analyzing the draft's prospects this season. Anyway, that's all I got this episode of the Power Play with CJ on my obsession, I should say, with the NFL draft. I've been told I'm on my way to be the Mel Kiper of the NHL draft, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, that's all I got this episode of the Power Play with CJ. Stay tuned for episodes throughout the playoffs and beyond. Later, guys.